family had a very long way to go before there was any kind of reconciliation.
Have you seen this reporting that Thomas Markle sent Meghan some roses for her birthday? And do you think that it's true?
I did see that report briefly, yes. Thomas Markle says a lot of things in the press. I mean, who knows what is true and what is not true.
Right.
I don't think Meghan's representatives have said anything about it. It wouldn't surprise me if it was true, though.
Definitely. I think it's a nice gesture. Molly and I have talked a lot about Thomas Markle on the show, and part of me feels angry at him for what he has said about his daughter. But then when I hear reports like he sent her roses for her birthday, it sort of breaks my heart, because at the end of the day, I do want her to have a good relationship with her family. Also, notably this week, her half-brother, Thomas Markle Jr., is now participating in Big Brother VIP in Australia. What do you make of this story? I thought it was pretty funny. We were talking about it earlier in the show, but he was the first, quote, celebrity to be revealed in the trailer, and said he was the ultimate big brother, which I thought was clever. But he may have some things to say about Harry and Meghan that they may not like. Am I right?
Yes, but I do think it is worth remembering. If I do remember correctly, I don't think Thomas Markle or Meghan's other sibling, Samantha Markle, I don't think they had a relationship with her before she became a royal. I think they led their separate lives and they weren't in communication. So I think people should really bear in mind that whatever he says should perhaps be taken with a pinch of salt, because he might be recalling a Meghan that he knew many, many years ago. So that is just something to consider.
Definitely.
Right. And I think if that's their first celebrity for Big Brother VIP that they're announcing, the bar for celebrity is not that high.
Right.
Switching gears a little bit, Prince Harry is releasing this memoir. Reportedly next year it will be out. What are you hearing about this? Is there anything you can share with us?
Yeah, so I have heard his memoir will be released in 2022. We don't have a title yet, but he did release a statement saying that he's writing this not as the prince he was born, but the man he has become. So I think that is very telling, that this will probably be a very deeply personal message to the public.
Definitely. Do you think it'll be more of a, quote, tell-all, as some say, or a little bit more of a, for lack of a better term, boring biography that's like a little bit more of just here's my life story, as opposed to like behind the palace walls secrets?
I believe we can probably expect a good mixture of both. Now, I know that sounds confusing, but we do have to remember Harry still has a lot of respect for the Queen. So it's very unlikely he would put something in there that would have a hugely damaging effect to the Queen or to the monarchy. And we have to remember so many other royals have been involved in tell-alls or biographies in some form or the other. Princess Diana was involved in her own one, Sarah Ferguson, Prince Charles. So it's nothing that we haven't really seen before, to be honest.
What are you hearing about the royal family's reaction to this?
Well, again, it's worth noting that they have all, been part of memoirs before, so it's not something that would have been a major surprise to them. It's something that has been done even by working members of the royal family. And this is his life. He's now a non-working royal, so he doesn't owe anything to anybody. He doesn't need to put it to the monarchy for approval. He doesn't need to, go to Charles and ask him to review the pages. It's nothing like that. So I'm imagining that it won't be a huge scandal as some of the media is making it out to be.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point. I think when the news broke that Harry was releasing a memoir, everyone was like, oh, a memoir, because it came after all of these sort of Harry and Meghan stories after that infamous interview. But it's a great point that they all have memoirs, and Sarah Ferguson just revealed that she's debuting her first novel, her fiction novel this week. So it's something that has been done in the past and will continue to happen. Moving on a little bit to the Harry and Meghan rift, the Harry and William rift that we've been talking about for months, but it seems like the dust may have settled since the Princess Diana statue revealing. What are you hearing across the pond in terms of their relationship, and have you heard if they have spoken or not since?
Yes, so it's a difficult one because their press teams are famously very tight-lipped in personal matters. They won't reveal, any contents of private conversations between the brothers, but we do know that they had that interaction at the statue unveiling, and they did seem to be in good terms. They were pictured talking, laughing, and everyone has an opinion on it. I recently interviewed Andrew Morton, who you may know as Princess Diana's biographer.
Yes.
Very big deal in the royals world. But he said, his opinion was very strong, and he said he felt that the family had a very long way to go before there was any kind of reconciliation. So although these big press events are drumming up the support and everyone wanting them to, put their differences aside, he believes it might not be so simple. That is just one opinion, but it is worth bearing in mind, I think, considering everything that's gone on in the past few months with the Oprah interview and all of these stories that have come out. It's really a lot that has happened in just a short space of time.
Definitely.
How do you think the event went overall for them? Do you think it was good for the public opinion of them, or do you think they weren't quite on the same page?
I think it was within both of their wishes to keep it very low key. There wasn't a huge press there from what I could see. There wasn't a huge amount of people. It was just a very small circle of family. So I believe that the brothers were, although there may be a rift, there may still be tension between them, but they obviously have some form of communication between them, that they were able to agree an event that honoured their mother and still was respectful of both of their wishes. So that's a very good thing to keep in mind when looking at the future of their relationship.